Good afternoon. I would like to begin by saying that things that were mentioned before, safety and security measures on Facebook and trying to isolate themselves from adults by young people, well, it is true. Most of my training sessions were started by a question, who has a profile on Facebook? 8 of 12 people said yes. And who read the rules and regulations and knows how to perform security settings or privacy settings? Well, 1 or 2 people said yes. If adults do not know this, how can we expect children to read these rules, regulations, and procedures? They would not want to read something that is longer than a page. So, information mentioned before, EUNet, ADB, and EU Kids Online research, and GIODO research that dates back to 2010, which is recent enough. Children do initiate contacts with strangers online. Children do feel negative or experience negative emotions online. This is related to the likes and hates that children receive and post. Children want to use the internet. They do it practically 24 hours a day. There is no clear border between the real world and the virtual world for them. Additionally, which is indicated in the results of the GIODO research, children do not safeguard their security, their safety online. They post their names, their surnames, their email addresses. Well, you may ask, how can you log on to something without disclosing this information? Well, you are not able to log on without disclosing some information, but children are more willing to disclose more the required minimum. They disclose the telephone numbers, the home address, and so on and so forth. And I'm not sure if you're aware of the fact, but Facebook as a tool, as an instrument, is one of the most popular tools amongst young people and children. Facebook, in theory, is an open application. So all data that you upload to Facebook, if you do not have specific security settings, are accessible to all the users of Facebook or all the internet users. So if you upload information, if you post something on Facebook, if you have no security settings, this information can be read by a marketing department of a company, by your future employers, by your children's friends or enemies. They can be copied and downloaded, used in many different ways. And just to give you an example, during one of recent trainings, one of the mothers said that she was very pleased to see that Facebook is available. She has a file with photographs of her newborn children, and she shares information about teething, feeding, and so on and so forth with a group of friends, or so she thought. A while later, she was surprised to be contacted by someone who had used pictures of these children to create a pedophile profile or a pedophile website. So this is only to make you aware of the fact that it is dangerous to have an open, fully accessible profile. In order to make you safer, more secure on Facebook, we have prepared a guidebook, Take Care of Your Face, meaning Facebook. We have a dozen or so pages which give you practical guidelines as to how to protect your Facebook account. This is not saying if you want to feel secure, read the rules and regulations. No. we approached it in a different way. We wanted to include information that is useful to young people using internet. So information on how to tag photographs, how to secure your profile with passwords, how not to allow others to tag us. Giodo says that young people often do not ask their friends or colleagues before they tag them. You were probably also tagged by your friends or colleagues without your consent. So we have information on how to make sure this does not happen. The next bit of information is what to do if we see that something on Facebook is wrong or there is some wrongdoing. If we are now transferred to a website which asks for information, which probes information, how to select friends, how to create groups of friends. What's this thing about playing games on Facebook? Is it worth it or not worth it? If so, how to do it? And likes. Likes are easy. However, likes on Facebook is not just likes. If we like a game, if we like a page of a clothing producer, for example, this is not just a like. This is a like that is worth money to this company. So we should ask ourselves a question: do we want to like everything that happens on Facebook? All this is presented in a very easy to understand way. On the first page, we present who are our friends, who are people we do not know, how to declare what kinds of people we want to be in touch with, and who we do not want to find us on Facebook. For example, if we introduce proper settings, Facebook search engine would not give our information or would not indicate us. This leaflet is included in your conference material package that you find in the cloth bag you've received. It was prepared in cooperation with our German partners, and this is a leaflet that includes the same sort of information that our booklet, Take Care of Your Face, includes. You can distribute these leaflets amongst your students, amongst young people, with information about the most important settings. It's a small leaflet you can keep in your handbag, in your file, close to your computer. With the assistance of InSafe network, we were able to translate material on other applications that are popular amongst young people and children. Managing micropayments, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram. These are very short descriptions, 1 or 2 pages. And if you distribute these leaflets among young people, or if you read them yourselves, you will be able to introduce basic settings into your profiles on Twitter, Instagram, and so on and so forth. Of course, the basic settings are to make everything public, but do we want all the content that we create to be public or not? We have not printed those guidelines, and it was done on purpose because social networks change very dynamically, and we will keep updating those leaflets. You can see very often on Facebook that the layout changes, that privacy settings are moved to somewhere else. So we will try to keep our guidelines, our leaflets up to date so that you are able to set your accounts in the best possible way. The next bit of material that you will find in your conference materials package is think before you put it in. It is about uploading things on the internet. For example, photographs of your children. It is targeting adults, but it also includes information about posting photographs on Facebook. There is a lot of information about tagging, about what kinds of photographs can be or may be uploaded, which photographs should not be uploaded. You can read it tonight, and if you have any questions or comments, you can share them with me tomorrow. So what we are trying to do is to provide you with as much comprehensive information as possible that would help you to safeguard children online. If we do not do it, no one is going to do it for us. So it is well worth it to go through the materials that you've received.